All right, people, unlock the mysteries of why men can't truly love you until you start to behave like this. Embrace your authentic self to transform fleeting connections into deep and lasting love. Now, if you ignore this, you risk staying stuck in unfulfilled relationships. All right, that's something that happens consistently, and usually you just need to fix one or two little things, and all of a sudden the floodgates of love open up, and you'll be able to find someone who wants to commit to you genuinely and no games, right?
You don't have to change the way you look. You don't have to be more attractive. You don't have to dress a certain way. Sometimes just tweaking one or two little facial expressions, one or two little movements is all you need to create unstoppable results. And the problem is that you just don't know it because you're that person. You need someone else's point of view. So this video will teach you how to do that. So watch till the end, because I can promise you after this video, you'll know the secrets as to why some men can't love you. And all of a sudden, as soon as you lose interest, they start loving you. This video is sponsored by the people who work with me one-on-one. If you're dating someone and you want to be able to unlock their hearts and you want to be able to create love that's genuine and that's lasting, book a one-on-one phone call with Father Alex, and there you'll be able to talk to me, not an AI, about how to fix your relationship. Sometimes you just need another person's point of view, right? The problem is that most of the people that you know are very judgmental, right? So I could be the little secret that nobody knows about. So if you want to book a phone call with me today, you could book it by clicking the description down below where it says work with Father Alex, or else they're gonna leave you. Let's continue with the video.
So the issue isn't that they don't love you, isn't that people cannot love you, because the truth is, what people don't understand is that some people can never love you, right? And some people cannot help but love you. And what we want to be able to do, right, is identify those who turn weak for us, right? In other words, you want to be able to identify the people that when you are in front of their face, when you are in their presence, they can't control themselves.
In the book, The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene, the first chapter about seduction is choosing the right victim. It sounds evil, but listen to this. Everything depends on the target of your seduction. Study your prey thoroughly and choose only those who prove susceptible to your charms. In other words, don't go after people who, when you ask for their number, they say maybe. The right victims are those whom you can fill a void, or at least somewhat, who sees you as something exotic, right? In other words, you want those who value you. You want those who see you as different. What the fuck? This makes total sense. They are often isolated, or at least somewhat unhappy, perhaps because of recent adverse circumstances, or can easily be made so. For the completely content person is almost impossible to seduce. The perfect victim has some natural qualities that attract you. In other words, you have to like them. It can't just be physical, emotional vulnerability. You actually have to have an actual attraction to them. The strong emotions this quality inspires will help make your seductive maneuvers seem more natural and dynamic. The perfect victim allows for the perfect chase. In other words, you want to go after those who, one, you really like, right? Because it allows you to be more romantic, right? It allows you to appreciate them. Because the problem is that when you date people and you don't really like them, you're hurting them. You know what I'm saying? And the next thing is that when the perfect victim reacts to you, they react to you. You say hi, they look this way. Not you say hi, they ignore you, now you like them. Get what I'm saying? You're setting yourself up for failure if that's what you're going after.
Okay? And the reason why is because not all the time, but when things actually work out long term, it's easy. It's easy, right? When things are meant to work out, it's very easy. But whenever you encounter a situation where there's resistance, when they're acting ambivalent, or they're kind of cold, or they're busy, right? Your natural reaction is to over pursue them, right? Is to show way too much interest. What I want you to do is to develop the ability to mirror people, right? Mirror people. And the reason why is because by you mirroring people, you match their energy and you never come across as too needy and creepy. Okay? That's what happens when you start to do that. And what that would do is that will prevent you from over pursuing people and ruining something that could have worked out. But also it'll allow you to also give people the same energy. If they like you, then you show them that you like them back. You get what I'm saying? And the problem that people have is that whenever they feel too insecure, the last thing they do, they don't mirror. They start to get aggressive. What I mean by aggressive, I mean that they start to put too much effort. They stop being able to read the room, right? Rather than reading the room, they're just self-obsessed with their feelings, how they feel, how they come across, whether or not they like me. And because of that, you may not notice that you're pushing them away. You need to start mirroring people. When you mirror people, it forces you to change your strategies. It forces you to have self-discipline. And above all, you will never make mistakes mirroring people. Now, there are toxic people, right? If they start stabbing you, not stabbing, it's fucking horrible, right? If they start playing manipulation games and start acting cold, and you notice that if you start mirroring them, you're like, wait a minute, I'm playing games. That's a sign, right? So the mirroring isn't about manipulating, right? The mirroring is to let you know how they feel. It's literally the best way to literally see how they feel about you. You know the saying of that can't judge a person's character by how they treat those who can't do nothing for them. Right? Now, in this case, it is really about you, who you truly are. It manifests itself when you don't need something from someone, right? Your true personality. And I also think that your most attractive personality comes out when you feel like you could, when you're willing to walk away from them. So what I'm trying to tell you here is that you don't need to act. In fact, you're acting right now. Your insecurity causes you to act in ways that are not natural to you. But over time, it becomes natural because it becomes a habit. So because of that, we have to learn how to let go of all of that. And one of the best ways to let them go is something that I like to think about is stop trying. Just stop trying. Stop trying to make them happy. No, stop trying to get them to like you, right? Stop trying to impress everyone that you meet. Just stop trying. What you'll notice is that people will just become more drawn to you. The effortless effort will make people make more effort on your behalf. Communication during conflict. This, to me, honestly, I talk a lot about this. I think this is one of the most important things. Learning how to communicate during conflict. And the reason why is because it shows it's the only way to grow. It's like a spiral, right? The conflict, the friction, almost like creates energy that elevates you both to a deeper connection, right? Without conflict, love without conflict is love that is not truly binding, right? Love without conflict isn't truly binding. You need to have those first few arguments. You need to have those first few fights, and you need to humble yourself and try to meet in the middle and negotiate with the person to try to fix the problem. Every time you go through conflict and apply these strategies and get out of the conflict, what will happen is that the connection deepens. And this is how you deepen connections, right? You don't deepen connections through happy times. You deepen it through getting through the tough times. Because if the person has a low character, if the person is a toxic individual, if a person is somebody that doesn't take accountability, what you'll notice is that the relationship will never go through those conflicts. Meaning, it'll never make it out of those conflicts. In fact, the conflict will ruin the relationship. And so what you'll notice is that conflict doesn't ruin the relationship. It actually strengthens it, or makes it what it's supposed to be. What I mean, it makes it what it's supposed to be. I mean, if this relationship is meant to fail, it'll fail during conflict. Sure. If this relationship is meant to thrive, it'll thrive during conflict. But you guys need to be humble enough and not put your ego in the face of the relationship, right? So if you're doing something wrong, for example, the person doesn't like the way you communicate with them, you're gonna think you're doing anything wrong. And naturally, if you're someone who has a strong ego, you might get defensive and tell them that they're wrong, right? That shows you that the relationship will end not because you didn't love each other, but because you're just not mature enough, or you have too much of an ego. And so a lot of relationships die because of misunderstandings, and these misunderstandings happen because of just ego. Honestly, like most relationships could work out, but because of our ego, because of our lack of being humble, our lack of being able to acknowledge our mistakes, the person just cannot be with you. They'll resent you too much. You need to humble yourself sometimes. You need to say sorry sometimes, right? And them seeing, even if they know that you're somebody that doesn't like to say sorry. For example, let's just say you do something wrong. The fact that you're willing to apologize, knowing that it's hard for you, will make them appreciate you more. Can you see how conflict truly is the gift of relationships if you're mature enough to handle it? Truly is powerful.
So a lot of you guys have been asking me, how can I purchase all of your courses in one go? Well, if you guys want to purchase all of them, you guys can join the Mindful Attraction University, people. Yeah, that's right. And in this, you'll be able to access all of my courses for $3.99. Initially, if you purchase all of my courses, Emotional Mastery, Psychological Game of Attraction, my new course, The Feminine Woman, Natural Chemistry, Charisma Blueprint, Nice Girl, you guys can purchase all of it for $600. But with the bundle deal, you guys can purchase it for $3.99. Or you guys can purchase it in 3 easy payments of $125, people. Yeah, that's right. Or you guys can purchase it with the bonuses. So not only do you get the courses, but the bonuses. And that comes down to $7.99 or 4 easy and mindful payments of $199. Now, these bonuses are not regular bonuses. These bonuses are legit, almost like courses within a course, right? So you guys can just click on the description down below and explore the types of bonuses. For example, I have bonuses on how to get over your ex, how to become more creative, how to, especially in the feminine woman, I have a bonus about how to penetrate the mind and how to speak in a way that gets people to do what you want them to do. Like, it's honestly one of the craziest sections that I've ever made, because most of these courses, people, I come up with those ideas in meditation retreats. Nobody goes to the extent that I go. I go to meditation retreats to create these courses. There's a 14-day money back guarantee. If you don't like it, just ask me for the money back within 14 days, and I'll give you all the money back. Father Alex has never rejected a money back offer if I offered it. So, and if you guys already purchased one of my courses, for example, and you guys want to get the bonuses while getting a discount, you know what I'm saying? I have discount codes for people who purchase my courses. So if you purchase my courses, just send me a private message. Or if you work with me one-on-one, I'll give you a big discount for the courses. And there I can help all of you guys. Understand that this is a movement. Most people never knew this type of knowledge before. And I am trying to empower women across the world and liberate them from these negative and one-sided relationships through these courses. So hopefully you guys can spread the message and help other people out. And I'll see you guys inside. Or else I'm close to the